Welcome back everyone to the third part of our Jekk's Bounty playthrough. You know the rules, 4 enemies to defeat, 4 playsets of cards to collect as payment for our job. But let's not waste any more of our time and see what these enemies are up to.
Rumor has it that Talir's searching for some lost family heirloom, and I've got a lead on who might have it. I think it's time we pay an old friend a visit.
Okay, so the mission rule says that the cards cost 2 less the turn they are drawn, and this doesn't apply to our opening hand. I think this means that we need to play something with a bunch of high cost creatures, which is probably Hand of Justice or Sands of Time, but I would also be happy to just play Fell Cunning, because I think we didn't see too much of this deck. So yeah, let's just try this one and see what high cost creatures we have in there. And I think Curiox will probably play the time deck as well, if I have to guess.
Didn't you learn your lesson the last time we met, Hunter?
I did. This time I brought backup.
Yeah, of course it's the time because he has the sigil there. Or the banner. So second turn I can start with the Lurking Brute.
As Lord Styre requests.
Okay, Twinning Ritual means that they don't have a blocker as of now. So this will go to a 3-3. And I also have Permafrost. And a Yeti Wild Rider, so I think Yeti will be played first here. And in case they present a big blocker, we will be playing the Cobalt Acolyte. I like how he's laughing at the end. So let's see if they have a blocker. That's a 3-3. And it will bounce my creature. But Quick Draw comes to the rescue because it only costs 1, so I'm tempted to just play it like this. And see if they are willing to block. They didn't, that's excellent. So I will play the Yeti again. This was a clutch draw, by the way. Yeah, I'm not going to block it because they probably have a damaging or pump spell.
I see them.
Okay, 2/6 flyer. That's not really that good. I mean, it's really good against me, of course, but you know what I mean. And I think I will let
Keep to the alleys.
him be unblockable. So that way he will grow as well. And now this is a 7/6. And let's see what the opponent is up to.
I see them.
Okay, so they are not attacking now. And I think I will make
Take it to the skies.
her flyer. Because otherwise they can just block a bunch of my creatures, or double block them even. That's only 2 in the air. Okay, so it's a Sapphire Dragon, which I can Permafrost.
I'll find my way.
And I can also make my Yeti be unblockable. And be a 3/4. And I can also deploy my last Yeti. So now they have to present another good blocker to the air, otherwise they will be sacrificing this next turn. I can also curse them, which is interesting. So should I be attacking with more creatures than this? The top unit gets Echo, so I will be swinging with her as that's a guaranteed swing. So I could be attacking with the Yeti, which will be probably double blocked. Or I can send these two and they will double block one of them. But then the 2/1 and the 1/4 will still get in. So I think we've won, but I don't wanna ruin my chances. So let's just swing with everyone. Okay, so they are just chomping basically. Which means I got rid of 3 of their creatures. And he has grown as well. And he has grown a bunch. because of the curse on the enemy.
The grace of Elysium guide
Okay, so that's a flyer instantly.
you. Grace
Make
of
it 2.
Elysium guide you.
But this means that I will be swinging with everyone again. Yeah, they need to block all of my creatures, and even if one slips by, they are dead.
I'm tired of this. What do you want?
Interesting turn of events. I thought we were going to lose at the very end. But of course I'm glad we didn't. And this is our, I think, 7th reward. It's a hibernating behemoth with faith. Interesting card. A little bit too high cost for my liking, but I think this is a decent one for a dinosaur deck.
Caravan work pays for me. Even if the road to Skycrag is colder than a Yeti's tail. We can make a fair coin or two on our way through the mountains.
Okay, so we need to protect the caravan at all costs. I'm guessing the caravan is a card, so in case it gets into trouble, I want a deck that can probably pump it. So something with weapons probably is good against it, so I am going with Rakano Glory here. If we can boost our weapons with Warcry, I can probably make the caravan card a little bit bigger, but I should see. Of course, I also have Finest Hour, that's really good. And yes, the caravan is a card, and unfortunately it has Reckless as well. So this means that I need to attack with it each and every turn. I can't attack on the first turn, okay. Noted.
Gotta push forward. Keep that wagon safe.
So from this point on, I basically need to have 1 power all the time, just to play Finest Hour and save this if it gets blocked in an unfortunate situation. And I can only hope that they don't have any deadly creatures, because I can deal with those. 1-4, that's not really good for us. It will block the caravan endlessly.
I fly for the throne.
But at least I have some creature with Warcry in the air. And they have the answer for it, of course. But next turn I will be playing the Renegade Valkyrie.
My sword is yours.
And even though I don't have any weapons to play on the Renegade Valkyrie, I think I just play the Longhorn Sergeant here.
Form ranks!
And attack like this. Next turn I can attack with him as well, so I will have some Warcry effects going on. Or I can clear the path with the Mithril Mace.
A gift from the east.
I think Mithril Mace it is. Yeah, that's probably our best bet. And even if they attack back, I will still have 2 armor left for my weapon to use it again. And I will even have more because I will be attacking this each and every turn.
A gift from the east.
So right now, if I kill this, I will lose my mace. But if I attack like this, they can just double block it. But that's probably good if I want to get rid of a few of their blockers. So it's tempting to just attack like this and use my Finest Hour. So yeah, this means this would be dead. But I can kill that instead. And still have some leftover power to deal with. Probably you. And I could have played the rebel sharpshooter, but I wasn't paying any attention. So that's too bad for me. Yeah, I'm not going to risk it now. Or will I? Of course I will. This should be protecting him for a while. Yeah, let's just kill you. And I will deal with the flyer now. And present a blocker. So now I can block both of their creatures, so I will still have my mace up for the next turn. Do they have 2 snowballs? That's unfortunate.
The west wind is warm with
And they can also play a spell from their void if it manages to infiltrate. So I think I will get rid of that first. Attack with both of them. Yeah, drawing the Crown Watch Longsword was a pretty good draw.
forged for the throne.
And I will play the Stone Scar Maul the next turn.
Don't make me angry.
Let's see what happens if I attack with all of them. Probably will trade with one of my creatures, probably the archer or the sharpshooter. This will be blocked by the Gruan, and I will deal 3 damage to them. I think that's still better than just using up the maul for one of the smallest creatures. Okay, so now that they didn't use their Scaly Gruan to block my biggest threat, now it's best to play the maul and use the overwhelm to go past and win the game.
We're through. Keep moving.
Interesting match. It could have gone either way, but the longsword probably saved us the most. And we are rewarded with 4 of the cliffside porters.
Seems some Copperhall Longhorns went into business for themselves. The guild's got rules about fighting their own clan folk, but they'll look the other way while we settle up for them.
Okay, so the mission rule is that when a unit is played, change its strength to match its health. So I will probably make a different type of deck for this. And what color does best in a situation like this? I think probably time, because it has some decent blockers. Yeah, let's try this one. I don't know if we'll be successful using it, but let's see. Copperhole Traitors, so I'm guessing it's also a Time or Justice deck. It's a Justice deck because I just saw the sigil on the left.
Stay out of this, smooth skin.
Sorry, Ribeye. Can't do that.
Next turn it will be Locust. Or Battle Wise Elite. I think
Nothing
I need
gets
a unit
past
on
me.
the ground first, because if they deal with that,
Our own.
I can still win in the air.
Shields!
Okay, they didn't play anything to block it, so that's 2 damage to them. I will also get +1 maximum power like this, so it's a better third turn. If it survives, of course. But it will get silenced. That's unfortunate, but at least it's not my flyer that got the silence. Opponent is taking 4. Down to 21, I'm playing a flyer.
Leave us.
But now, since they are at 4 power, they will probably have a bunch of high cost creatures with too much HP for us to handle.
Shields.
But I really hope that we can cross the finish line before that. But I would have needed a sigil for that and not just an apprentice mage.
do my best.
Next turn, if we survive, we can play the timekeeper, but I would rather have a sigil here next turn and play the tower top patrol. Yeah, I probably need more flyers than a creature with overwhelm. 5/5 flyer is really decent in this matchup.
I stand ready.
Auric Sentry means that we can't really attack on the ground unless we play the Healer's Cloak. So what happens if I play the Healer's Cloak on this unit? It will get blocked, it will be a 5/5, they will trade, and I will deal 6 damage on the ground and 5 in the air. So I think that's still decent. If they don't wanna die. Okay, so unfortunately it will deal with my unit without actually dying. I could have put the mantle on my flyer, of course, but I was afraid of a removal spell or something like that. But now I don't see any chance of them recovering from this, so I will be just attacking with the flyers.
Think they'll notice if we help ourselves to anything on the way out?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty decent deck for a situation like this, but obviously I was quite lucky because they were just playing spells that gave them armor and they didn't really represent any creatures on the board. So it might have been a lucky game, but I take it. I take any win any day. So let's see the reward. And we got the Copper Hall Bailiff, so this was in their deck obviously. Enemy units get -1, and this is a permanent -1, not just for the turn, so it's a really good creature.
Crazy comes in lots of flavors, but feeding yourself to a dragon is a new one by me. We've got to hit him hard and fast before his friends show up for dinner.
Okay, so you can see the mission rules on the left hand side of the screen. Basically what this means is whichever player gets the other one below these health values will get to draw a dragon. And which deck should I be playing? I think Justice, yeah, Hand of Justice should be good. I think Justice was the other deck I just threw together for the other rule set that we had a couple matches ago. Where it was only the toughness that mattered. Decent starting hand. Especially if we get to deploy our 4/3 Elder.
You're too late. The moment piece is its own reward.
Get him bleeding. We want the dragons on his scent, not ours.
Still 2 turns away from this. And let's hope that we are drawing more sigils as the turns go by.
Stand fast.
I wanted to have more units on the battleground before I play my Mantle of Justice. That's quite okay, because now I can hit them for 5 and still have Aegis up. And I also got a dragon. Now my Aegis is down, but that's not a problem, because I have a flyer in the air. That's perfect at blocking these creatures, and I can also pay 6 if I have 6 power. Yeah, let's draw some more sigils.
Shields! Yes, feast upon me.
And another dragon for me. Flying and killer. Okay, so they have some spells to deal with my dragon. Quite unfortunate, but at least I have a backup. And I'm still at 24. But yeah, I think this is better because we can kill one of their units right away. No, let's just keep it here and play the 4-3 Elder. Because if they deal with one of my flyers, I want it to be this one. And yeah, let's deploy it now. I can use killer to get rid of this. And I can still attack for 4 and have it on defense as well. It can be stunned. This is with Reckless. Now they can just kill my 4-3 Elder, but in the process they would lose a bunch of their creatures as well. But what if I just equip Valkyrie Winds to something else? Or maybe just keep this on defense because they have to attack with this anyway. Okay, so this will get stunned, that's okay. I can block the other one. And now with another Justice Sigil, let's see what we can do. First, let's start by attacking and see what they are blocking with. They are still taking it, that's good. So now I can just play another flyer and an Argent Port Soldier. And next turn they seem pretty dead to me.
Can you hear the wind blow?
Especially if I give you flying, right?
Nice work. Let's get out of here before more dragons show up.
And this was our 4th victory this day. So let's see what we got for it. And the reward is Bait. Pretty nice card, but a little bit expensive. And this concludes today's episode of Jekk's Bounty, which was part 3. And I felt that these fights are a lot tougher this time than the previous ones, so the difficulty ramps up quite nicely as we get more wins under our belt. I had to restart quite a lot of games this time around, so we'll see how well we can progress in the final episode. But for now, I thank you all for watching this mini-series, and I hope to see you soon in episode 4. In case you have any questions or suggestions, please use the comment sections below, but until then, I wish you all the best and I see you all next time.